you for joining me again for another edition of HM Exclusive Interview. I'm your host, Ray Ash, and today we have a wonderful young lady with me. Her name is Shana McCombs, and she has created something I think is very unique and very interesting. Dear Future Husband, Hi. So thank you for joining us, Shana.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit, how did you come up with such a unique idea?
Okay, so it all started off the relocation. So I am a native of Kentucky, and I decided to take a leap of faith to come to Georgia, and that was right before the pandemic hit. And I had a job where I was working every weekend and every holiday, and when I was off, the people that I knew were working, so I would just come home every day and just write letters to my future spouse. I ended up getting my letters edited, thinking I wanted it to be a book. And the lady that edited my letters was like, no, I don't think you should come out with a book, start a blog. So I'm just figuring it all out. And I was like, hey, I'm just going to put Dear Future Husband Hi on a t-shirt. And girl, the t-shirt sold.
Such a unique and very needed, actually, accessories, I believe, into the life of relationships and singledom. You have like those who create lists and things of that nature. Would you kind of consider that as a new, more evolved type of method for having a list?
Kind of like whatever the consumer wants it to be. Like, because when you look in a journal, it's blank pages. It just has Dear Future Husband Hi on it. And like today I can just say, Dear Future Husband, I am interviewing with Hype Magazine today. Who would have thought? Or you can write your list. You can do whatever. To me, it's my therapy. When I'm going through a good day, I write. When I'm going through a bad day, I write. When I'm going through an angry day, I write. Writing is my therapy. So it's whatever the consumer wants.
So it's kind of like you're manifesting your husband.
Yes.
And that's a great method, because I think we have all types of journals. Speaking of which, good juju, that's me. We have all types of journals, but not one specifically dedicated to that area. And I think that's unique. What do your readers and what do your followers feel about that? What has been the feedback?
The feedback has been cute t-shirt. That's one. Because like I said, the journals really just came this year. As far as the journals, like some people, they're always excited about it. They're manifesting their husband. They are happy that I'm able to kind of speak about being lonely, because sometimes people aren't comfortable talking about, hey, like I'm lonely, and I just think it just brings, it's still new, but it brings like a new, it's like a new feeling. It's okay. Hey, I'm lonely. I went through my lonely stage, and what's more exciting to me is that I feel like sometimes I really don't know, like, what if this really happens for me? I'm still in my fairy tale world, still curious, and it all started off this, like it's still crazy to me, but it's a reality as well, so.
And how does your family feel about that? What you've created?
They're supportive. I have a very supportive family. They're supportive. My father, he just passed away in January. So my parents were married over 30 years. So they know that I've seen a marriage, and they would know that, hey, of course, because of what I saw, of course, it kind of came from them and what I desire. So they have been very supportive with this.
My condolences to you and your family. My condolences. Oh.
Thank you. It's okay. We're getting through it. He'll be proud in heaven watching me talk to you right now.
Absolutely. That's right. I know that's your angel. And speaking of which, your shirt is an attention grabber, and it's also a conversation piece. So what has the men been saying to you when they approach you?
Wow. Now that is awesome. That is a good question. Some men say things like hi, but you never know what that hi means. Some men say things like it's pressure. And I'm like, I'm not putting any pressure on you. I'm just literally just saying, hey, this is my aspirations in life. And some men are honest. Some men don't want to be married. It strikes, dear future husband high in that area strikes great conversation. I mean, great conversation, because you just never know. And people would tell you really how they feel.
Correct. I could imagine, because like I said, it's a conversation piece in itself.
Yes.
I'm for the man who said, oh, I'm divorced, I don't want to do that again. Now what?
There's no telling what you will get rocking this t-shirt, but sometimes I do feel like it's fun. It brought me out of that loneliness. When I tell you, when I started doing this, I was just like, I'll just make social media posts about dear future husband high every day. It's just like I'm not lonely anymore. I'm having fun. Like, it's fun to me. Just Absolutely. Go to a bar, sit down in dear future husband high t-shirt and just have somebody read it, and boom, there go your conversation for today.
Are you offering anything like for your supporters who actually have the journal? Like, do you get together and you discuss what you have in your journal, like each woman?
I have not at this time. I have not. That's a great idea, though.
Yeah, because I think that would be a very, especially to see, I'm a visionary. I see things, once I see something, I'll be like, so you got to like bring me back. But I can see women coming together just to see chronically how parallel some of the questions or the things that they put in the journal might be the same, because a lot of us have those same kind of issues when it comes to dating, so, or the questions you may have, finances. What are they like? Credit. Dear future husband, is your credit, what is it? Like, I think of those things.
No, also to be like you're stepping on boundaries. I'm a big communicator. So that's something that I really realized that's something that I truly desire. Let's communicate. Some men don't communicate. Some men are comfortable talking about their finances, but I am big on communication. Like, hey, that's it. And I need somebody to communicate with me. That will take everything to the top with me, just off communication and work, of course. But yeah.
Now that you're in Georgia, correct? That's where you are now. Like, yeah. How has it been with you dating? Have you seen any of the manifestations and some of them come close to anything like in your journal?
No, because the one when I was just like, you feel like you're forcing it. That was a friend, and he was just honest about. I just don't think he wanted to be married. And honestly, to me personally, I think Atlanta. I don't think Dear Future Husband High is for Atlanta. Let's just be honest. Like, I think Dear Future Husband High would be a great story for Atlanta if I could just sit down and creatively write one. But I don't think, like, for what I really want in life, I think this place is too fast for it. It's too entertaining for it. It's too busy for it. And that's just my true opinion. Being here 2 years, I personally don't feel like my husband is here, but that's just me. I don't know what God has in store.
Well, you know what? You might be, well, first of all, universally, we're going to dismiss that for you because he may be there. If you actually come across something that is necessary, and there are other women like you in that area, and that's why your idea came to you there, because you're there to help them. You are. So that is there to help them. You just got to sit and cultivate and in your separate journal and put that together, because I know you're not the only one in Georgia and Atlanta going through that. You just got to get your those other women together with you, and you do that, because that's demographically everywhere. Every woman needs that because it's happening everywhere. You just got to find them. They want you though. They're out there. Trust me, they are.
And I really agree, but I don't know. And I'm happy that you dismissed that.
Well, let's put it out there. Even other men, like Dear Future.
No, you're right. I have sold men. I have sold T-shirts to gay men, and that is a target audience as well. It's just everybody trying to come together and putting their. If you could just unify, but you're right. That is, and I was blown. And one person posted his Dear Future Husband High T-shirt on the internet, and I never just seen gay men just reach out, and I was just like, oh my God, this is crazy. So I'm really experiencing like the power of social media. Just even talking to you shows me the power of social media. So here I am, just a little girl I'm not a little girl, look, interview. Sometimes I feel like a little girl. I'm just a girl, just journaling in my apartment. And then boom, I just happen just to put it on. And then you just see it just go from, I like that shirt. I like that shirt. I want that shirt. I need a husband. I want a husband. That's a cute shirt. Great idea. Great concept. And I'm just truly experiencing, wow, this is really what social media can really do for you. Because how did you saw it? We don't know each other. I was just like the first person I really talked to outside of my network who doesn't know me, Kentucky. You would just put me with Georgia, and I'm just like, this really, truly, this connection really came from, of course, Dear Future Husband High, but Dear Future Husband High being on social media. I'm kind of just like amazed off that because I am really having to experience so much excitement with it.
Correct. As you should, because I think you're going to help a lot of women, especially with that, because journaling in itself, if you are an avid journaling person, you understand that once you start pouring words out, that alone creates manifestation and alignment no matter what, because it's a spell that you're putting out there, and you can do it in a positive way, or you can do it in a way that can actually continue to build momentum as you are and to help other people. And I want to ask you, what other versions do you think you're going to create in the future? I know you have your the first book, your first journal. Are there any plans to further it in beyond the merchandise and things of that nature?
So my true passion is writing. So to be honest, I definitely see Dear Future Husband High. If I don't come out with a book, maybe a stage play, of course, my dream would be film, but I know now coming here that I need a little bit more experience with that. But I just kind of see it developing into a for real story where people can come sit down at a theater and see it. I do feel like I have to get a team together of visionaries because I can probably format the journal where people can talk about, what do you plan to do on your first date, or what type of relationship you want to experience. The journal can definitely be formatted. So it's a lot of opportunity out there, but I just getting it out there, meeting more people like you, coming, like getting to reaching the masses. I'm just a girl from Kentucky. So if I
you're brilliant Kentucky, you came out with this.
if I can be honest, I'm just Georgia is my big. All I know is Kentucky and Kentucky State University, the school I went to. So I'm experiencing my big. So, getting out, networking more and meeting new people, getting this word out about Dear Future Husband High. Yeah.
Perfect. And a couple more questions. The demographics, age-wise, do you have like a specific age range that has actually been interested in the journal?
I went to church and I just had on my Dear Future Husband High mask. And at this point in time, if I can just be honest, I know this is an interview and I should be excited, but I'm experiencing the death of my father. And I'm just like, to be honest, I'm over it. I know I can't say I'm over, but I'm like, in my mind, I'm over it. You're ready to shut things down for a little bit. I got to get my mind together. And I was just standing in line getting some coffee. And this girl, she walks up to me. And anytime I wear like my small print mask, I never really think about it because it's so small print, but she really read it. And she was like, oh my God, I love your mask. And so I was just like, wow. I said, did you read it? She was like, yeah. And I was just like, cool. She was 21 years old. I asked her how old she was. She was 21. And so I was just like, I'm 32. Mm-hmm. There's no age, just think about when did you really start having those fantasies? Parents can get involved and stuff like that. So I just stop at 18 when someone's legally grown, but there's really no age. There's no age. 21 and up.
Where you just want to be with one person and grow your life and have things open and build. It could start as early as your teenage sweetheart, so that's why I said, who exactly was the demographic? Because actually many people want to be married and tied down, especially now in the dating game. Oh my God, it is like atrocious. So anybody would know you would want to just like kind of just be with one specific person, I guess. Who knows? I'm an oldie, so I'm just going by what I see now. And I'm like, woo, this book came at the right time for a lot of people, me included. So,
So when you saw it, because I know that you saw it off Official Black Wall Street. So what was your first initial thought when you saw it?
I thought it was a film, seriously. And I was all gun ho. So, and then you just said
you made me excited as well, because that's kind of like that's what I need right now. I can't give up. I gotta keep pushing.
Actually find Dear Future Husband Hi.
You can find Dear Future Husband Hi on Instagram at Dear Future Husband _hi. I have my website in the bio. And if you're interested in any of the t-shirts or the journals, you can purchase some of the items on the website.
I think what you've created is awesome. And it's especially with everything that's going on in the world, it's a really positive outlook to have and something to keep with you, because it's optimistic. And I think that's really what's necessary now. So I congratulate you on that, on thinking, like I said, for others as well. I know it was done out of a place of, boredom for you, or I don't like to say loneliness, but boredom, because everybody experienced boredom during the pandemic.
Hey, no, let's just be honest. I was lonely, and honestly, I'm being very, very, very Dear Future Husband, focusing on Dear Future Husband Hi. I had a lot going on in my mind at that time. So it was just right for me just to journal, just to journal and just to get it all out, because before Dear Future Husband Hi, it was something else, So, but I prayed this morning. I said, let's just totally focus on Dear Future Husband Hi, Shana.
So like I can tell you, Miss Shana, if you build it, they will come. And I believe that you have built a very great platform that's very necessary. And it's a positive outlook. I think a lot of people, if they use that journal properly, they'll start putting down like, okay, Dear Future Husband Hi, I'm working on myself. Because that's what I'm right in mind. I'm working on myself. And I swear to you, by the time you get to me, I'll be complete.
We all are going through something, like I might be the ambassador for Dear Future Husband Hi, but guess what? I might not even be ready to be married right now. I'm probably just not even nowhere near close for marriage. I could just fall up under that purpose, the aspirations.
So I want to thank you, Shana, for joining us today, and congratulations on Dear Future Husband Hi.
Thank you for having me. Shout out to Hype Magazine, and I'm looking forward to staying connected for the future.
Awesome. Thank you, dear.